Hello, welcome into GroomersTake. Okay, right off the hop here, let's get into the Pittsburgh Steelers. Yes, I'm a Steeler fan, blah, blah, blah. They don't win pretty. They win ugly. I've said it before, they play down to the team they're playing. Not a good strategy. I hate it. The first 3.5 quarters yesterday weren't fun to watch, and then even in the last few minutes, garbage time, they make it a 5-point game. And now the news comes down, Bud Dupree's hurt, another great defender coming off the rush. ACL, gone, done, season over. How much can TJ Watt do? That's the question. But the defense hasn't been the problem. It's more consistency on the offense. I don't care how you win. Winning's winning. 11-0 is 11-0. I get that, and people should get that. Haters won't get that because they like to hate. But I need them to start winning more confidently, more consistently, more with, this is who we are, come get some. Because this, even if you go 15-1, hell, even go 16-0, jinx, I don't care. You get to the playoffs, you have that crappy quarter, you're going to be playing a good team. You play the way you're playing right now against the Kansas City Chiefs when it comes to it, if it does, you're going to get smoked. Had to get that off my chest right off the hop. Let's do some more NFL news. Josh Gordon reinstated by the NFL. He could rejoin the Seattle Seahawks. He's had some problems off the field, and I get that. Everyone goes through problems. I guess he can't really stay off the weed, but hopefully he does now, and, he's a good player. If he joins the Seattle Seahawks, then yeah, they'll be better. But there's a lot of mouths to feed there already. We'll see how that kind of happens. It'd just be cool to see him back on the field, and I hope he does. Adam Gase and Chris Nagy, I don't understand how they still have jobs. So what I'm trying to understand is, why do they still have jobs? And at this point, with the Jets, it's kind of like, who cares? I mean, you've been here the whole time. You've gotten us to 0-11 or whatever it is. We're going to make you stay here to see if we can get to 0-16. Because he won't be there at the start of next year. They get the first overall pick. They get Trevor Lawrence. You will not be the coach coaching that stud. So maybe this is more of a punishment by making him finish the season. Interesting thought. And Chris Nagy, I think it's Chris Nagy. I know his first name's Nagy. You gave away offensive play calls to your coordinator. Right there, that means, what the hell are you? You've taken a Bears team who's good on defense but can't figure out their quarterback. Thought you had a good running back. He's okay. He's not great. But the Bears are hot trash. They're not making the playoffs. I said it all year. They were the worst 5-2 team or 5-1 team at one point. But they're just not any good. I just trying to figure out why they had jobs, and maybe the same reason. Maybe Nagy has a job still for the exact same reason. Big double thumbs up, Deebo Samuel back for the 49ers. Big part of that loss by the Rams. I like Deebo Samuel. I think he's a great story. I'm glad he's back in the NFL, and I hope he finishes the season strong. Now, let's quickly get into the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good, Antonio Gibson. I love watching the Washington football team play. I can't believe I'm saying that, but they're young. They have some talent. It's fun to watch. Terry McLaurin, Antonio Gibson, 20 carries, 115 yards, 3 touchdowns last week. Beast mode. Derrick Henry, 27 carries, 178 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, 13 receptions, 269 yards from 3 touchdowns. And a shout out to DK Metcalf, because he is the future of this wide receiver core in the NFL. 10 receptions, 177 yards. Very impressive. And that's another guy, I think. Gordon goes to the Seahawks, and you got DK there already. You got Tyler Lockett. I don't know. Let's get into the bad. I put the Colts defense at the top because I thought this game was going to be close. I thought this is where it's kind of a statement game, because we kind of knew what the Titans were. They're good. And the Colts, you never know what you get with Phillip Rivers. Their defense is great, but to me, Phillip Rivers is what he is. But the defense here, 45 points against. I mean, I don't know if those were all their points, but still, this was a freaking killer game that they needed. Step up, make some noise, and they got crushed. Jared Goff, sometimes you're way up here, and then sometimes you're down there, and then I don't know what to think of you. 198 yards, 2 picks in a game where it was like you should be beating that San Francisco team, but you don't. And now it's like, will you make the playoffs? Will you not? Do you deserve to make the playoffs? I think they do. They're a good team. But Jared Goff, where's the consistency at, bro? And here, I should have put this in the ugly column, but it's in the bad column for me. And that's Carson Wentz. I am sick and tired of hearing about this guy, man. He wasn't even part of the run when they won the Super Bowl. 215 yards, 2 touchdowns, a pick. And yes, he doesn't get protected very well. 6 sacks. Whoa, that sucks. But really, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the Carson Wentz thing. Trade him to Chicago. Same division, but... No, not the same division. But yeah, get him out. I don't get it. I don't like it. The ugly Las Vegas Raiders lose 43-6 to the Atlanta Falcons. Again, something that I don't really get because I thought the Raiders had everything figured out. But I guess they don't. That was an ugly, ugly game, and now Jacobs is out this next week, which sucks for my fantasy team, but that's okay. This needs to be a win. They need to come back next week and win, because otherwise I don't want to hear Coach Gruden after that loss. Second in the ugly, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I put it because the win was ugly, and I'm tired of the ugly, ugly wins. I love them because I'm a fan, but if you're just a football fan and you're seeing this, these aren't pretty wins. They are ugly. Let's figure it out. And Tomlin calling them a junior varsity high school team. Wow. Love Mike Tomlin, by the way. He makes little questionable calls in elimination games, but I think he's a great coach, and I think players love to play for him, except maybe Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. Take a hike. Third, Ezekiel Elliott. Ever since Dak got hurt, this guy's not a leader. And yes, I'll give you the fact he's a good running back. But when a team knows that you're going to have to throw the ball to, and Andy Dalton or Gilbert or Marini, whatever his name was, they're not going to do it. So you kind of play defense to stop the run, and that's exactly what's happened. But Ezekiel Elliott, you have been nowhere. That's the good and the bad and the ugly for this week of the NFL season, which was finally done after so long. Before we get out of here, quick talk on the NBA and the trade that happened just the other day with Westbrook to the Washington Wizards for John Wall and a first-round pick. I love this for Russell Westbrook, and I love this for Washington Wizard fans. That team needed something more other than Beal, Bradley Beal. They needed some more excitement, and now with these two, these guys are like mean, aggressive players. You know, they'll bang in there. They're like pit bulls, and I love it. I can't wait to watch them play together. Going the other way with John Wall, and yeah, sure, Houston gets the pick and whatever, but they've been failing for years. They brought in Chris Paul to play with Harden. That didn't work. They brought in Westbrook to play with Harden. That didn't work. Maybe this is on Harden too, but really, Wall's been a bit of a cancer, if you will, in the room for the Wizards for years and years. Not the best teammate. So maybe you're taking a Hail Mary here. Maybe it works out next year if Wall even plays. I know his injury or whatever it is. I'm sure he'll be back. But if this doesn't work out now, then you got to just get rid of everybody and do a rebuild. And I'm also thinking, I don't think it's possible, but do you try to flip John Wall already? Whether it be, I don't know the financials, but is that an option you would think of? It's interesting there, but I'm very excited to watch Westbrook and Beal in Washington. That'd be super fun. It's Friday. Enjoy your weekends. I do some fun little things with NFL picks on my Instagram page and some other stories that hit. I throw them up on my story. My Instagram is at @groomers_take. Check it out if you like the video. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.